Pranay, we do have Mr. Keki Mistry with us and also Uday Kotak joining us. So, Mr. Mistry, if I could just start with you, sir, your basic take on the budget and what you think were the really key highlights for it. Does it really kickstart the economy?
I think the budget has come along pretty much the lines that one was expecting. The expectation generally was that the budget would focus more on job creation, on the rural economy, and that's exactly what it has done. I must say that it's a very comprehensive budget in the sense that the budget has covered a whole variety of issues, be it agriculture, be it irrigation, be it infrastructure, be it housing, be it startups, and so on and so forth. So it's a very comprehensive budget. The benefit that is provided on housing, which is that the interest that is payable on a housing loan is now tax exempt to the extent of an additional 50,000 rupees if the property value is less than 50 lakhs of rupees, will clearly benefit the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns. It may not be of a big benefit to a central Mumbai or a South Mumbai, but then that never was the objective of a budget. So in that sense, I think it's a very comprehensive budget. A lot still needs to be seen in terms of the fine print, on what the fine print says. There was a mention of section 14A, so one needs to understand what that 14A amendment or what the clarification on
just
14A
sorry
is.
to interrupt you
but all
on
in all,
that point.
I think it's very comprehensive.
Sorry to interrupt you on that point. Everybody went into this budget, and the general commentary over the last couple of months is that of stressed assets in the banking sector. That's the biggest single problem in India today. And the twin balance sheet problem, that companies have got stressed balance sheets and therefore banks also have stressed balance sheets. Is there enough in this budget on that aspect, the stressed assets of banks?
Well, there is not that much that you can do as far as the stressed assets are concerned, but a couple of things have been done. One is the infusion of capital, so 25,000 crores is what has been indicated. But the finance minister also mentioned that he has an open mind. If there is need for more support or more capital for the public sector banks, he would not shy away. He will provide that capital.
How much do you think is needed?
So he stands solidly behind the public sector banks.
Is 25,000 crores enough?
I honestly have no idea. We've heard so many different figures. So it's not just one dose of capital infusion which is relevant. I think if the banks can raise capital themselves, for example, if you look at most of these public sector banks, they sit on a huge amount of real estate. And this is commercial properties, commercial buildings which they own. Now, the written down value of these properties in the balance sheet is extremely low because they've been depreciated over the last many years. But the market value of these properties is huge. So if we were to create a REIT structure, and there was a mention in the budget about taxation for REITs being changed or being improved. If an REIT structure can be formed in the course of the next few months, and the banks are able to sell their real estate to the REIT and then take it back on lease, then property which in the balance sheet today is valued at next to nothing can then be valued at market price, and that could enhance the capital of the banks. So capital for banks need not necessarily come only by the government keeping on pumping in capital, but by the banks being able to generate their own capital.
That would raise the asset side of the bank, but its liability side, which are almost many of them are bad debts or bordering on bad debts, would still have to be attacked in the short run because it's a key problem.
Right.